It's time for Did You Watch It?
How does this show work? We watch what we like, we talk about what we watch, and maybe you'll like what you hear. I'm Liz.
I'm Isabel.
And I'm Neil. Last night we watched episode 1 of Bachelor in Paradise. The show aired on Monday, August 4th, 2014. Here's what we thought about it. Bachelor in Paradise. Isabel, your thoughts?
All right, all the girls sounded whiny, with the exception of Daniela and Michelle
Money. She knows better.
Michelle Money. And also, they all look sunburned, all the guys. Do they not wear sunscreen? Do they not bring any? Do they not give them any?
I didn't notice that until you just said it. They all look sunburned, like super red.
I'm thinking, hello, guys, you're all old enough to know about sunscreen.
Well, can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah, the concept of old enough is in question.
I gotta say, this was super high school.
Yes, it was.
Way more high school than I expected.
Yeah, I've never seen a Bachelor pad. Is this pretty much the setup?
No, because in Bachelor pad, they actually have challenges that you do with either a partner or you do by yourself.
Yeah, there's $250,000 at the end.
Yeah, it's kind of a competition thing, and then you kind of form alliances, and you get down to the end, and there's a little bit of a twist. But this is totally different.
This is absolutely high school reunion.
No kidding.
Bachelor style. Down to the date cards.
But they're all trying to find love.
Well, I'm going to put love in quotation marks.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But it is it is cornier and more melodramatic.
Overabundance of the drama.
Absolutely.
I would just say some of these girls just don't really know how to talk to guys.
Some.
I would say 95%.
I was sitting there watching going, okay, do you guys know how to talk to each other?
No.
Now, I gotta fill you in a little bit on AshLee.
Okay. Oh, please do, because she needs an explanation.
So you were thinking that maybe Danielle had a little bit of the crazy eye, but AshLee is stone cold crazy.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there was a lot of drama on Sean's season with her, and you're thinking the whole time, like, we just hope that the person really gets to see who this person is before they make a terrible mistake.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that later, won't we?
Oh, yes, we will. From Desiree's season, we have Ben S.
Apparently he has a bad reputation.
He is a cad.
Did you use the word cad?
I did.
In 2014?
Oh, stop it. He's awful. He's a jerk.
I'm just saying.
He's a chump.
Yeah, he was the recipient of this show's first awkward pause of the season.
Really?
It was beyond an awkward pause. When he walked up and everybody knew who he was and they were thinking to themselves, we really don't want Ben to be there. So if everybody's already saying that.
Well, someone said, I saw Ben's season and he's a bad person.
He is.
Did the person use the word villain?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I know why you weren't listening, because it was Marcus that said that.
It was Marcus.
Oh, that's hilarious. She wasn't listening because it was Marcus, yes.
And then from Jake's season, we have Michelle K., who was the recipient of the show's second awkward pause.
And for good reason. Michelle K. was the one who just kind of fabricated things in her head and was crying all the time and just really creating drama and wanting attention for herself. And it just was off the chain. So to see her in this episode and just see her do a lot of the same kind of things and kind of spur on the drama, it was just, par for the course.
Okay.
Yeah, she is crazy.
I have 2 questions.
Only 2?
My first question is, are there any natural blondes anymore?
Oh my gosh.
Have they just been bred out of the gene pool, like once and for all? Because all of these women, except for Michelle K., all of them were blonde, but the dark roots were just abundant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Whose were more abundant? I think Lacy.
Well, it's The Bachelor.
Lacy had highlights. Claire was the one that is seriously a couple weeks behind on her touch-ups.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying. The second question is, if you're on a show and it's a dating show, and if the host asks you if everybody is single,
oh yes,
why do you respond maybe?
Because she's crazy.
At first I thought she was making a joke.
No, Michelle is certifiable.
Yeah, in the previews for next week's show, they do go into the reasons why Michelle K is no longer on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have Chris Harrison knocking on a door, Michelle K opening that door, and then closing the door real quick.
Ah.
Yes.
Between the rewinding and the OMG moments and the uproarious laughter that I was going through, I saw two primary hubs.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
All right. The first hub was AshLee.
Yes.
Just AshLee's existence created all of these other situations and circumstances.
Right.
And that's typical AshLee.
Right. And then on the other side, we had Lacy.
Yes.
And Lacy created all of these different subplots and stories and everything else. So,
Okay, yeah, let's focus on those two, because everyone else really doesn't matter.
because everybody else is just going to kind of branch off of them. So AshLee, as we said earlier, basically said, I am here for Graham. If Graham's on this show, that would be the best thing for me because I really think he's cute and I really think he's great and this and that and the other. She meets Graham. She tells Graham.
Don't you think that was weird?
Wait, didn't she say that she followed him on social media for a bit? And I'm thinking, ooh, creep,
Yes.
creep.
The
Yeah.
whole thing. I certainly wouldn't tell the guy.
No.
Yeah, I mean, stalker. Okay.
The one thing for me with AshLee was her intense emotions after less than 24 hours.
Oh,
Yes.
of course.
Right? So it was less than 24 hours. Nobody could believe it. Claire was saying, what is going on? How is she this invested?
Right, because Claire asked Graham on the date, right?
Yeah, Claire asked Graham on the date and then saw how totally upset AshLee was.
Wait, she was going on about, I can't believe he's not loyal to me. I thought, oh, honey.
How can you be loyal after 3 hours?
Or maybe even 24 hours.
Because Claire had selected Graham for the date.
Yeah.
What does AshLee do? She goes upstairs, goes to the Bachelor confessional, which I commonly refer to as the bathroom. And she proceeds to have a deep, profound conversation with nobody.
With herself.
With herself. And I mean, it's subtitled.
Yeah.
We can hear what's going on. So I was done with AshLee at that point.
Well, you know what kind of made me go a little bit beyond that too is like, fine, AshLee's upset, she's crazy, she's flying that freak flag, fine. But the fact that Claire's all of a sudden getting involved, like, maybe I should give the date to AshLee, I'm thinking, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Just go on the date with Graham and go have fun. Screw AshLee, forget her, because if she can't wear her big girl panties, why is she even on the show?
I know. It's true.
Exactly.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah. Note to AshLee, if you have to tell yourself you're the only normal person in a group, you're not.
Crazy.
Oh, big time. So I guess we can agree that AshLee is more Marcus than Marcus?
Yes, she is.
No, but AshLee has a twist in that she's got this really possessive, conniving vocal side. Marcus doesn't have that. You know what I mean? He feels that all in his own head and all in his own mind.
Yeah, he beats himself up more.
Yeah.
Totally.
Than he actually lashes out toward others.
AshLee is like, ooh, do not talk to my man.
Yeah. Oh, note to Liz.
Yes?
Since Graham did it twice, you are cleared to use the word Uber whenever you want.
I know! I heard that! I was like, he really said Uber. He was uber uncomfortable.
Yes. So Uber's okay. I'm okay with that
Uber
word.
is okay, so you don't have to worry about it.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
I love saying Uber. I'm uber excited to be able to say Uber.
I had a note to Claire, okay? Vista, from visto, which is the past participle of the Italian verb vedere, meaning to see, is a distant view through or along an avenue or opening.
Okay, here's the thing. We use the word vista in English already. It's not a new term that's
what I'm
out there.
saying. Even if you don't speak a foreign language, don't you really know what vista means?
But I'm just saying that she didn't know what vista meant, so I'm just trying to be a help.
She obviously doesn't get out much, though.
When she was on The Bachelor, she was talking about the fact that she'd never gotten the opportunity to swim in the ocean before, and she thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember? Okay, so this is probably her second trip to the ocean. Did I mention that she is from Sacramento?
Oh, wow. She's not that far from the ocean in Sacramento.
Thank you. It's an hour and a half.
Honey, nobody's that busy.
No excuses.
That's really
I'm
bad.
telling you, the way she was talking before, I thought she was from Topeka or some shit.
Exactly.
You know?
I'm from Boise, and I've never been to the ocean.
I can
Right?
understand that.
Lacy's not playing around this time.
She is not messing around.
She was on Juan Pablo season, is that correct?
She was on Juan Pablo season. She
All
got
right.
eliminated in the first week and
Oh.
obviously developed a serious case of PTSD behind it.
But here's the thing. I don't remember her, Neil, being cutthroat. She was so sweet and kind, and she was one of our favorites.
Yes.
So how is this the same girl?
Like I said, she was sweet and she was kind, but she got booted week 1.
She got nowhere.
She is absolutely bound and determined to make it. She's making the cut. It doesn't matter.
Well, is it possible that she just wasn't Juan Pablo's type?
I mean, at week 1, I don't know what,
Isn't
I don't know what
everybody your
type
type?
is. It's just basically thinning the herd at that point.
You're right, exactly.
She wasn't crazy. She was probably just very shy.
Oh, okay.
And she came off as very innocent and kind of savvy. She had created this retirement home business for herself.
She's 26 and owns a nursing home.
Wow.
And you didn't see any of the schnikey behavior that we saw in this episode. It was crazy.
Well, in any case, we can attest that she's a changed woman.
Oh, this is her alter ego.
Or maybe she's really bringing out her true nature that she kind of subdued a bit on her season on The Bachelor then.
Totally.
That could be. You never know. Note to Lacy, if you ask a guy if he's into other girls, especially in the Bachelor universe, the answer is always going to be no, unless he's actually breaking up with you.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so the fact that she asked that question leads me to believe she's a lot newer than she's portraying.
Right.
Yeah.
Very true.
So I just think that she is not sticking to her shell because she wants to stay in Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. And she's going to stay in Mexico any which way she can. She has 2 options to do that.
Well,
Right.
yeah. I mean, the way she was behaving with both Robert
And Marcus.
and Marcus, the whole wrapping your legs around them thing, you just met this guy.
So Liz, tell us how you feel about Lacy's approach.
Oh my gosh. I mean, she's just throwing herself at both of these guys.
But is Marcus truly enjoying it?
I don't know. It was a little awkward with Marcus.
Because he's still so heartbroken over Andy.
I know.
I had to laugh, though, because Marcus is going on and on about how he's looking for love and he's still not quite over Andy and I don't know what. And the first thing that, popped into my head is like, well, the fastest way to get over someone is underneath someone new. So he could certainly accomplish that on this Bachelor in Paradise.
Yes, he
Oh,
could.
absolutely.
With Lacy and the crew, absolutely.
I thought it was very interesting that when he was introduced, when he was with Chris Harrison, when he was coming on, he said, I'm not over the breakup.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Andy." And it's like, dude, it's not a breakup.
I know, but in his mind, it is. They got all the way to hometowns. She met his family. He was just feeling like they were close.
Well, he was practically married to her in his mind.
Yes.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Yeah, but I'm like, Marcus, you knew what you signed up for. You know what you're signing up for again.
And, he is a very attractive man. So there are a number of ladies that are interested in him despite his moping and pouting and all that crap.
Of course. And they had to have the gratuitous shot of him frolicking around in the surf in his underwear.
By himself.
But yeah, he's not the only one.
Before Lacy jumps in there with him.
Really?
Oh, that was classic.
Yeah,
that
it was.
absolutely priceless.
Yes, it was.
Well, I know we didn't really talk about Sarah much, but she was really the super, super insecure one. Or shall I say uber insecure. Wasn't she going on about like, oh, Lacey's out there with Marcus? Because I know she kind of had her eye on him too.
Yeah, she's intimidated. I get it. She's totally intimidated by Lacy because she's just out there. Mm-hmm. Right? And Sarah's kind of shy.
Sarah asked for a kiss.
She did, because she had the date card and she invited Marcus to some underground...
Some underground toilet or whatever it was. Or...
Marcus obviously does not know his Spanish.
No, he doesn't. The whole thing with Marcus was so high school reunion.
Yeah.
The fact that Claire got the first date card and she couldn't take Graham, so she ended up asking Robert, which meant that Lacy now had time to work on Marcus.
Yes. It all played into the evil scheme.
Of course.
So then Sarah gets the date card and she asks Marcus. And Robert's off with Claire. And so here's Lacy all by herself, all unhappy because both of her menses are out on dates with other heifers.
And drama ensued.
And then we had a late arrival.
Michelle Money.
And she just comes in and says, no, I don't know most of you people. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, but I have a date card.
Yeah, of course she does.
Of course.
But of course.
She's kind of like Bachelor, Bachelorette royalty. She's been on 2 Bachelor pads and The Bachelor. So she's a pro.
Yeah, so then we get to the next day, and I guess AshLee has gotten to a place now where she can try to have this conversation with Graham, especially since his ex-girlfriend decided to show up the night before.
Michelle Money, right? Okay.
Yes.
Right?
Awkward.
The crazy girl is now ready to talk to Graham because she doesn't want to leave the island or the resort or the compound or whatever the hell this place is.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a resort, but we can call it a compound for now.
Yeah, we'll call it a compound.
Well, I do have to laugh. You know, I guess it's a good thing she went to apologize, kind of clear the air, but Graham said something like, well, that's kind of a red flag. He pretty much called her out on it like, girl, you are crazy.
Absolutely. Props to Graham.
Yeah.
Calling out crazy on the communication blackout.
Pretty much.
Totally approved.
Oh, he is honest. That's for sure.
There you go.
He will tell it like it is.
Props to Michelle for thinking outside the box and starting her day off with a double shot venti mochaccino.
What?
Well, she chose Markel for her date.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm just not with it.
No.
That's okay. It's like I was speaking in metaphor.
Because Michelle is down with the swirl.
Yes, she has experience with the swirl.
I love it.
So then Lacy gets a date card.
Of course she does.
So now she has a choice. And she chooses Robert. Why? Isabel?
Because Marcus went on a date with Sarah the night before.
Yeah, but Robert also went on a date with Claire the day before.
Yes, that's true.
I just didn't understand why everybody had to date the same person. I mean, there's so many guys there. Could one of them or both of them not have been interested in the same person and just looked at all the other guys? It was just kind of, you know, the popular girl or the popular guy or the hot girl or hot guy. It kind of smacked of that.
Yes, very much so. You had these little pockets of interaction. Like, for example, Dylan and Elise, you know, there was like instant chemistry.
From the first night, yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't show them.
And we didn't hear anything from them until the rose ceremony.
Right.
Yeah. Which I was kind of disappointed in, because I would love to have seen or heard some of their conversations.
Well, there was no drama.
Well, yeah.
There was no drama. Yeah, move along. Nothing to see here. Props to Dylan for sitting down with Marcus and basically telling him how to handle the situation like a man with testicles.
Yeah, right?
Play hard to get.
I love it.
Make her come after you.
I thought women did that, not guys.
No, guys do it too.
Okay.
You know, when they're dealing with guys that act like women. No, I didn't say that.
Well said, Neil. Well said.
Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, so I have a question for Isabel.
Sure.
From what we saw, was there anything that Dylan forgot to mention to Marcus during his council session?
You know, I kind of zoned out on that because Marcus, I just want to find love. So, yeah.
Exactly. And I just have to say, Isabel, I totally agree with you. Marcus has frustrated me after only one episode.
Yay! You see it now!
Well, you know, it started with the breakup mention. You know, I'm not over the breakup with Andy. Bitch, please.
Right.
So, note to Markel, I love you, brother, but over-exceeded is redundant.
Over-exceeded?
Yeah,
over-exceeded his expectations. Yes.
Exactly. Over-exceeded is redundant. It's like very highest.
Yeah.
You know, however, you did make up for it when you said the coconut doesn't fall far from the crazy tree.
Yes.
Exactly, because it doesn't.
So now it's time to give out the roses. And of course, the order of selection is always going to be important.
Yeah.
Markel goes first. Michelle K falls on her sword and decides that she wants to leave. Probably because she was told to leave because she was banging one of the production crew. But anyway, that's another story in itself.
Well.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, so he chooses Michelle Money, which very good. Graham chooses AshLee.
What? Why?
Complete with the thunder strike.
Yeah.
Why? Can you just explain this to me? Why did that happen? Why did he do it?
Because he's whipped.
Yep.
And he's fearful.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I had to laugh. You know, I saw the lightning happen, and then you hear the boom, basically. And someone said, "Is this a sign?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Dylan chose Elise, which was no surprise because once again, we didn't see them people for the whole thing. Now we get kind of crazy. Marcus went before Robert. Okay. And Marcus had said at the cocktail party that Sarah had deserved the rose because he was with her and he had a really nice time and she deserves a rose.
Well, and here's the thing. Don't say that stuff if you're not going to back it up.
Exactly.
That's bogus. Boo.
He gives the rose to Lacy.
Which, ugh. I just, don't get it. I'm mad at him because of what he said to Sarah. And then to go give it to Lacy, who's just like, ugh, yeah, don't get me started.
So then Robert was now like, okay, because he was going to give it to Lacy, obviously.
Right.
So he ended up giving it to Claire, even though I don't think that there's anything romantic going to be going on between them.
I don't think so either, but I could see his total surprise when Marcus picked Lacy.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we all were. Because here's the thing. I'm thinking that if Marcus did what he was supposed to and chose Sarah, Claire would have been going home.
Oh, yeah.
I think so too. I was surprised when Ben chose Sarah at the end. I really thought he was going to choose Daniela, who I actually liked.
I thought so too, but the thing is that, you know, it's the whole ADA thing.
Yeah.
But that's so un-Ben-like. If you know Ben at all, as we got to see, you know, last season of The Bachelorette, he was just so out for himself. And he basically used his relationship with his son and the fact that he had a son to score points.
Gotcha.
He just bugs me.
When he like yelled out, "This sucks," I knew he was going to choose Sarah at that moment.
Yeah.
See, because, I mean, regardless of whether Sarah has a full arm or not, she just seemed like a sad sack to me. I'm sorry. Incredibly insecure. And I'm thinking, who wants to deal with someone like that? But...
Well, hey, AshLee made it.
True. She did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she got 2 arms. So, you know. So next week should be very interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what's behind the closed door.
Yeah.
That's the big teaser.
I'm thinking production crew member.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Because at first, I thought that she had found a boyfriend between, like, casting and filming.
And Paradise?
Yeah, it could be, you know.
Maybe. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Anything is possible in Bachelor Universe.
That's our time for today. You can follow us on Twitter at @did_watch it. You can also find us at iTunes. Let us know what you think. Thank you for listening.